Hello! Once you've installed UiPath Studio on your machine, you most probably want to create your first automation process. Let us create a basic process together to get you started. We'll open a web browser, load a certain page, scrape the information on it, and then write it in a text file. After launching Studio, in the Start Backstage view, click Process to create a new workflow. The new blank process window is displayed. Type a name, pick a location where the file will be stored locally, and add a description that summarizes the purpose of this process. Clicking Create saves your input and opens up your new Visual Basic workflow. In order to view the project's main workflow, click the button with the same name. Click the plus sign in the middle of the screen to add an activity. Search for Open Browser and hit Enter to add it. Notice how the activity is automatically added inside a sequence. Add a valid URL in the Open Browser input field, but remember to include it between quotation marks, as with any other string. Click Save on the ribbon or use Ctrl+S, and then use Ctrl+F5 to start the process without debugging. This way, the aforementioned web page is opened in Internet Explorer. In the Do container of the Open Browser activity, click the plus sign to open the Add Activity search bar. Type Get Visible Text and hit Enter to add the activity to the process. Click Indicate Element inside Browser and click on the text that you want scraped from the previously loaded web page. Select the main sequence and in the Variables panel, create a new string variable called getText. Make sure that its scope is set to sequence. The purpose of this variable is to store the scraped information, and that is why we need to add it in the Output section of the Get Visible Text activity. To do so, select the activity and in the Properties panel, select the field next to the text property and insert the getText variable. Next, add an Open Application activity to the main sequence and launch the Notepad application from your machine. Click Indicate Window on screen and then select the Notepad window. Thus, Notepad's file path is detected. Add a Type Into activity in the Open Application Activities Do container. Click Indicate Element inside Window to select the Notepad window and add the getText variable to the Input Text field so that the scraped text is written to the Notepad window. And as a final step, save all the modifications of the project. At this moment, you can check the entire workflow for errors by clicking the Validate button in the ribbon. If any validation errors are found, they're listed in the Error List panel. Keep in mind that a workflow with validation errors cannot be executed. Use F5 to start the project with debugging to make sure that everything is okay and wait for it to execute. When the execution is completed, notice that the scraped text exists in the Notepad window. And that's how easy it is to get started with UiPath Studio. Thanks for watching.